Attention, this is not a drill. We have a code black. The patient is out of confinement.
Hello everybody, welcome back to Screenstars. I'm here today to bring you my review for the 2024 horror film Spithood. The film is directed by Tim Pine and it stars Thibault Nettle, Claudia Bonifazo, we have Nick Buckland, Luna Poe, Gail Morrison and Georgia Williams. Now the film focuses, it's an Australian horror film and it focuses on, it's like a psychiatric unit I suppose, mental hospital. And it's the last night. It's kind of getting shut down and people are getting moved on. And then they get a notification that there is a very, very dangerous prisoner coming to the facility to be evaluated by the psychologist or psychiatrist. When the visitor turns up, he's got like a big hood on, spit hood I'm presuming, and told it should never be taken off, and he's very, very dangerous. He manages to escape from his cell and he goes on a rampage throughout the asylum, taking out staff left, right and centre, and it becomes a fight for the survival for much of the staff to try and stay alive till morning. Right, what are my thoughts on Spithood? As I mentioned, this is an Australian horror film, and it's got a cool concept. I mean, these type of horror films generally can work quite well, you know, the whole escaped psychiatric prisoner sort of thing. You know, you've got a decent premise there straight away if done right. And there are aspects of this film that are done quite well. I mean, the setup's pretty good. You know, the concept's good. The performances are all of a decent standard here. So it's got a lot of ingredients here to kind of make this work. But also it's got issues with the film as well. Some I don't know how to describe them really. Some inconsistencies, I suppose. Number one, you know, how did he really get out of his cell in the first place? Number two, we are told fairly early on that this guy, the guy in the Spithood, he's been on a killing spree, which is why he's in here. He killed 5 women, I think. And he kind of went mad because he lost his family in a car accident. His whole family was a hit and run car accident. And I just found that quite hard to understand, that the fact that he's here at this place because there might be somebody here at this psychiatric hospital that, you know, may know more about his past than they're letting on. And this is not subtle. I mean, I think they try and present this as some kind of twist, but it's about as subtle as a sledgehammer to the foot. You know, it'd take an infant to figure it out very, very quickly. But I couldn't figure, okay, I feel very sorry for anybody, you know, they lose the whole family in a hit and run accident. Does that give them the right then to go on a killing spree? Number one, killing a load of people and then getting themselves in this psychiatric place, getting triggered, and then going on another killing rampage. It didn't garner any sympathy from me, this character. So it kind of didn't work in that sense. And I think if they'd have been a bit smarter, they could have garnered a little bit of sympathy for this killer, made it almost so you can almost cheer for them till it starts this taking out the ones that you like, and then it kind of blurs the lines between, okay, when do I stop supporting this madman? But number one, they try and keep the mystery of who this killer is, because you never see his face. He's always got this spit hood on, even though he could take it off, I suppose, at any time. And number two, we're not given the opportunity to get to know him at all. So they go down the road of, we're keeping this character a mystery, but they also reveal bits about his past. So I think they absolutely missed a trick there, where they could have open the door into this character, make it a bit more layered, so that we could have almost rooted for it to a degree. But no, essentially they present him as a mindless killer, almost like a Michael Myers, Jason type character, and I really do think they missed a trick there. Another trick I think they missed really is a lot of the characters here at this mental hospital or psychiatric unit again are not particularly fleshed out enough to care about any of them. There are people taken out in this film that you don't know their names. You don't even know what they do, generally speaking, for a living in this place. And there's a very small handful of them, not even a handful, that you kind of understand their role. So again, I do think the film missed a trick here. Let us get to know this killer a little bit, because I think he had a story to tell, a bigger story than the film gave the opportunity to tell. And let us know these characters a little bit more in this psychiatric hospital, in this psychiatric unit. They're about to get attacked or hunted by this killer. Who are they? Let us know about them. Give us a little bit more. Now, a lot of these type of movies, like slasher films or serial killer type films, the characters sometimes that these killers are hunting down, quite a lot of the time, are nameless and faceless people, because that's the fun of the kill with the Halloween and the Jason films. You don't necessarily need to have a personality behind the face, because it's all about the kill in those movies. It's not really about the kill here. So it takes itself far more seriously than those type of slasher films. So it really did need to give us a little bit more depth to all of this, because it had a very, very cool concept, a really fun idea, and it kind of failed to deliver. What we get here is, let's say, like a slasher film with a interesting concept, an interesting idea, that doesn't necessarily do everything that you would like it to do, unfortunately. So let me know, the guys, in the comments, if you've seen this, what your thoughts are on it, if you're going to watch it. And of course, I'll be back with plenty more content on the channel very, very soon.